This is devlog number 5 for Miles is depressed and so is Soul. As you can see, there's already a bit of changes going on. First off, I was able to properly implement the time progression system because the game is going to take place over 5 weeks. I needed it to be able to do that. So as you can see, I set it to right click to move time forward. Um, you go through the day, and when you hit twilight, which is the next day, because that's midnight forward, it goes next, and it also ups what day in December it is. And it'll up what week we're in. And if I carry on, give me a second for some spam clicking. Uh, I'll get to the rest of it in a second. It'll go to the next month, which is good. Hang on. Alright, I reset that. Now, what we have. Well, first off, let me actually show you. I managed to get the thing I wanted with Chatterfox working. So you can go into Chatterfox now. And you can scroll through different messages, and that will be part of the story. That'll be part of how you get the story. And as you can see, it shows different things. I'll have to figure out how to jump it back up. But yeah. And from there, I got some of the task system working. So if you click bed, it shows you it'll cost 2 time, and it'll give you 5 spoons. Okay. So I forgot that I was trying to mess with the programming and I removed the function. So you click that and you can click that to make it disappear. But click it, boost it back up. What I will have in the end is a little animation screen showing you what you're doing. For now, it's just text, because that's going to be a lot of drawing. So that shows you that you sleep, and it goes to done, and it shows that you have gained 5 spoons. Oh, okay. Well, you're supposed to gain 1 mental health. That's what the little smiley face means. You change clothes, and you gain 1 mental health. Oh no. Um, Obviously, we're in a bit of a phase right now, trying to fix it. You can go to the kitchen, you can snack, and you can gain 1 spoon. It'll show you here. See it. What? Okay, well, it's supposed to show you how many spoons you have. I don't know what happened. Um, Everything is breaking. Okay, so if I do that, then I go back. Yeah, it's still not showing the animations. Hang on. In pursuit of making functions so that I could clean up my programming, I ended up deleting the function that makes it actually refill Soul's spoons. So, uh, now it should work. Yeah, so now it works, and as you can see, the mental health is very different. And if I go through and I do this task a couple more times, then it should change the icon again. Yeah, so now he's doing fantastic from changing his clothes like 5 times a day. If you go into the snack, you can get a new spoon. And here's the coolest part. You can cook, and hey, it costs you 1 spoon, and it costs you 1 time. But when you've done it, you get a sandwich, and if you eat the sandwich, you gain 2 physical health. Which, if you go back and look at this, yeah. And as you can see, there were 4 spoons. So I'm gonna do this again, and you can see, yeah, so now there's 3 spoons. Um, and that's how we're doing so far. So, so here's the thing about this, about programming. Uh, I I am a storyteller first and foremost. The most important, like my priority with anything I make is the story and the characters. That's not to say that they're the only important thing to me, but they sure are one of the most important things to me. They're the thing I put first above all. And uh, if it were just a case of, oh, I want to tell a story though, I probably would have just like made a comic, and that would have been infinitely easier than making a whole game. But I didn't. I decided to make a game because I think that using gameplay story integration, I can make the story a lot more impactful by forcing the player to actually interact with the world and to actually experience and be the ones to help Miles and Soul. So hang on. This is the empty outline of the game. I would like to take this opportunity to now go over the format that this game is going to take. The plan for Miles is Depressed and So is Soul is that it will take place over, as I stated, 5 weeks. The tutorial date for both characters will be on Sunday, December 1st. You'll go through each of the 5 weeks, and then on Little Christmas, January 6th, you will get the ending. How the game decides what ending you get is through how you've done at the resource management. You'll play through the Soul story first, and then go back and play through the Miles story. However, they both happen concurrently. They just never intersect. They'll intersect at Little Christmas. So, if you play through Soul's side and you get him to the end, and hey, he's doing super well and he accomplished all his goals, but then you play through Miles' side and you do real poorly and he's at a very low mental place at the end of it, then you will get one ending. But then if you get them both to the end and they're feeling fantastic, there will be a totally other ending. Or if Miles is feeling great and Soul isn't, there will be a completely different ending. Or not completely different, but like the outcome of the ending will be different. How it's gonna work there is each week you will be given a goal to meet, basically. Uh, and there's gonna be week by week goals as well as an overarching story for each of them. Overarching goals presumably will be able to be finished in whatever order you gain enough, spoons, whatever. While week by week goals you'll only be able to complete within that week, and they'll probably tie into the overarching story. Um, that's the mechanics, or that's the structure. And we are now at the place where if I want to be able to have a better idea of what I need to program in, I need to work on this story side of things. I need to know what goals I need to be programming in. I need to know what potential stuff will be there. So I suspect that there's not going to be a devlog showing any programming next week. There's going to be maybe a character discussion where I talk about the characters and where they're at, but potentially that's either going to be what happens next week, where I just make a video where I info dump about the characters, basically, or I just wait 2 weeks until I'm able to get more programming done. As I stated, gameplay story integration is extremely important to me. I want the player to feel like their ability to help these guys care for them actually impacts stuff. So, yeah, but yeah, that's all I really have to say is just, that's what I'm gonna be working on. Maybe if I do, like, do sprites, I might post a speed paint, that could be fun. But right now, my goal is just to figure out what's the goal for week 1? What's the goal for week 2? What is the overarching story beats that you can hit? What do I need for those? So once I have those written down, I will know exactly what I need to make to get there. And then I can get back to making assets, I can get back to programming, but this is a very necessary break for me to take from the programming side of things. So, also, I want to say, I didn't actually expect people to be looking at these. I'm a very small channel, obviously. I used to have aspirations of making it big, but I've kind of accepted that I have a fall into, this is just, I'm doing this for me. However, the support from not just my friends and family, I mean, they have been super supportive and super nice about everything, letting me info dump, talking about characters with me, showing their excitement. But also those of you who have clicked on these videos that randomly showed up in your feed, it it shows me that I'm not crazy, or I am crazy, but other people are as crazy as I am, and people are excited for this stuff. Um, but I also know I have to put in the work if I want that to remain true. So that's why I'm doing story next, so that I can integrate it into the gameplay and I can have proper story gameplay integration. So thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that's really it for the end. Um, yeah.